Hey guys, welcome. So I'm just going to dive right into it, and we're going to be looking at our quick weekly update on Bitcoin and kind of seeing where we're going to buy on this retest, if we get another retest, and how we're going to play this next couple weeks. So let's get right into it. So like always, we start out on a macro scale here, looking at the monthly, and we set our levels. So we have a level set here where you can kind of see the top, the last cycle, the retest, the breakthrough, and then the retest, which is the low. 15,500 or so. Our next level that you see is where we broke down and we retested and we broke back out, basically kind of showing how we're changing in momentum. That is the clear level at 25.5. So let's look at another level that we're going to set. So you can kind of see we got a breakout and a retest. Breakout, retest, and a break. So you can kind of see this is a pretty big level here. So set the level here and we can zoom in and see how that looks on the weekly. Gonna go ahead and change that to a dotted line. And let's go ahead and go in. Let's go into the week. All right, let's zoom out. So there's a couple things that I want to go over today. One, we set our zones and last breakout days. So let's look out from the last cycle when we broke out and how many days that actually took to retest the lows. So you can see here that we broke out, we broke down here, and we officially broke to test the bottom and broke out. So if we take our days, date range, take it from the day that we broke out to the day of the retest, we're looking at 315 days to retest. So this just gets me into the ballpark. This line here shows the next halving that's coming. So if we take the days from the breakout, you can see the breakout was clear. We have our level 315 days. So now I have a target, okay? So somewhere in this zone, I'm anticipating a retest, and it doesn't have to be the lows. You can clearly see the wick low down here that we retested the low. So I'm happy with anything in the zone is a buy zone for me. So now that we have our buy zone set, I like the wick low down to the base. This is my buy zone. So these are a high conviction buy for me, as I do feel, not only from a statistical standpoint, from a technical analysis standpoint, but also from a fundamental standpoint, that the bottom is in. So these are high conviction buys for me. This is also the moving average of the 200 week. So where we're sitting right now is looking pretty nice. So when we do get a wick down here, if we get a wick down here, it's not always guaranteed, but it just has been historically. I'm going to be buying large amounts, and I have broken into 3 different zones, and those zones are just allocated funds. Now, how are we playing where we're sitting now? So now that we have a zone for kind of where we might come down and dip into sometime in this period, I don't think that we're done yet. So if we pull up the Gaussian channel, which I love the Gaussian channel on this channel, you can see that we are now closed above the mean middle band right here. And you can see clearly where we tested right on it, right? 27.2, 27.150, right around there. So I'm anticipating that we don't close below this. And if we do close below this, this is my next buy is here, and it should just be a wick. I'm looking for a wick. Any close below, we're going back into the zone earlier, and I just don't think that we're there yet. In Bitcoin's history, every time it's closed above that mean, it has gotten a free ride to the top of the band. As you can see here, for instance, break, close, free ride to the top, and bust out, right? So right now we're just looking at the top of the band, and you can see, look, it's already correlating pretty heavily with this 33.4. So if you move the band down, you can see that it's got a retest here, and this is basically the top. So if we just go ahead and move that, look at the alignments here. So this is another high conviction for me. So I'm still in my trades, and I plan to release some here until we close back above and retest. So if we look at the retest now, out and above, what is that percentage? And let's see if that correlates with the zone. So I come, and it's from the breakout of the band to the next high. It's an 19% before the retest, back on the top of the band with the EMA 8. You can see all these correlations just working so perfectly. So this is how I'm playing it, is the relationship to these things. So just moving from here to here, you still have a 15% move to hit the top of the band. That's a nice trade, right? So I'm going to be releasing there in case we get rejected there. So because we're playing level by level. So now the next one we said was 19% move. So look at the 19%. Okay, about right here. How's that correlate here? Let's just go ahead and mark it. How's that correlate? Well, we have, look at this high, rejection, breakthrough, rejection, breakthrough, test, break. See the base here, and a final breakthrough. So this is another big key point here. So I could definitely see where if we break through, this is going to be a free ride up to here. You know, we might have some stops along the way, somewhere around 36 and a back down test and come back up. This is where I'm releasing, you know, my next set of coins. I don't just release everything all at once. So you can kind of see how I'm playing this out and where my zones are to buy and sell. Buy here. Here's a sell point here. So this is kind of where I'm looking. This is the way that I'm trading. So in conclusion, a quick wrap up. We're above the mean. I wouldn't mind a couple wicks below. We have significant support aligning with the weekly EMA 8 rising, which is this green line. The weekly moving average 200 aligning with the green line. We have our strong support here at 25.2 that we broke. So this zone right here seems to be a pretty good support that I wouldn't mind picking up some more coins here. Would not mind picking up some more there, and a retest and a continuation. Although I'm assuming that this wouldn't come down until this mean band would actually come in line here, which would give us till, you know, look at that, the middle of April. So I wouldn't put it past it, but this is a good buying opportunity to continue on our move upwards and north. And this is where I would release somewhere around 32.3, and then another release if we break around 38. And my next buy signals are down in here where we will come and retest. Who knows what the catastrophic event will be? Who knows what the macro environment will be? It'll all be told in the chart. I hope this helped you guys kind of put things in perspective of how to kind of lay out a chart from a macro swing perspective, and to be able to make trades with more conviction, so you can make fewer trades but higher conviction, so you can move with more money in it. And I love trading Bitcoin on these kind of larger time frames because I don't mind holding Bitcoin because I believe in the future of it. I believe where it's going. So until next time, like and subscribe if you got anything from this video, and I'll see you in the next macro update.